2, 1. Here's what's just ahead tonight on Daily Iowan TV. Over the river and through the woods to Indianapolis we go, continuing our coverage of Championship Week. Find out how students are getting to the big game this weekend.
As a producer, which is what I'm doing today, I am the main person for the newscast. I'm writing the newscast. I'm deciding what order stories go in. I'm deciding what actual stories will go into the newscast. And basically, I'm lining up the news for the day, and I'm deciding what is going to be delivered to our student body. So I'm kind of the person in control, but I definitely don't do it alone. The anchors are who deliver the news, and the reporters obviously tell the stories. So as a producer, I'm kind of lining it all up and deciding where everything goes. I think what the Daily Iowan has taught me is that you're never done learning. There's always something new you can learn, and that's what makes me not peak as a journalist. There's always something I could do better. There's always something I could learn, and that will just take you so far in this business because you don't want to peak. You want to be able to constantly be getting better, and so the Daily Iowan really teaches us to have that attitude that there's always something we can improve on. There's always something we can learn. I think that my skill set at the Daily Iowan has helped me, but more than anything, it's the ability to think on my feet that employers are constantly impressed with. When you are out doing a story and the camera stops working, we're forced to be challenged to figure that out, and that ability to figure it out and to keep moving and to get the story done no matter what happens is what makes me hireable, and I got that from the Daily Iowan. I would say you have to stick with it. The first week, the first month of working here will be so challenging, and you will feel like everything you've ever known is out the door, but if you just come in with an open mind and you start every day ready to learn, you will get so much better by working here. I have become the person I am today because I've worked here, and you just have to be ready to learn and you have to be ready to work. So my biggest advice would be work hard, stay humble, and stay hungry.
My role at the Daily Iowan is being a sports reporter for the women's basketball team. That requires me to attend weekly news conferences that they hold, along with attending all their practices and their games that they have. After their games, I'm required to interview the coaches and players after the game in each teleconference, and then after that, I'm required to write about everything that I've saw and what I learned about each game and each conference. I believe working for the Daily Iowan has taught me a lot about my future aspirations and goals. It's taught me to be on top of everything in each article and assignment and making deadlines on a timely basis. For someone starting out new, I would advise them to just be themselves and be calm about everything. This job can be a little difficult at times, but as long as you just stick to what you know, use your ideas, be creative, everything will go smoothly. A favorite story I've written was actually outside of women's basketball. I wrote a column based on diversity here a few weeks ago, which is something I think is very imperative for all of us to be aware of. Just because you are under one section at the Daily Iowan doesn't particularly mean that you can't kind of spread out and jump into other sections to write about different stories.